G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I like to teach beginners how to paint effective, doable paintings, okay? This painting is going to be a beach scene with some beautiful reflections in the wet sand pointing right down, and it's going to make people go, wow! It's going to hit them like that. They're going to be gobsmacked by it, okay? There's the size on the canvas there. And I will also get some colours going up the screen like that. All right, now I want to bring you over here. I'm not going to use any retard. I'm just going to paint this one, a beautiful, simple brush paint canvas scene, okay? So get on over here and let's get right into it. Now, I've drawn a little bit of a layout here with me horizon line, the beach out here, some sand, trees, and you know, in Sydney and all that, we get sort of apartments built up in there in between the beach heads as well. Okay, so that's what this painting is going to be all about, and just with some people walking along the beach. So I want to grab my cerulean blue and some craft white and some permanent alizarin. Going to put some warmth in our clouds up there. Now I'm just going to use a sizable filbert brush, okay, and I want to grab the blue and I want to lighten it up a bit. I don't want it too bright and cartoony. There we go. And we're going to simply just map in the sky area here, so I'll get that in. Now I could see, I'll come all the way to here to where I'm going to have my sky. Lighten it up as you go if you need to, which I will. Right across there, so it's pretty much scooting down the painting like that. I'm getting a little bit more lighter colour there into that blue. And just getting that right across the sky. And I want to simply put some warmth into that as well. I'm going to grab this permanent alizarin and I want to mix on the side here a bit of a purpley colour with the blue. Get enough in there of that just to get some of this colour in the sky. And I'll also want some titanium white. Now simply with this I want to get some clouds, so I'm just going to put some along there like that and then fade them in. Wipe that on the brush and get some of this just blending into the sky like so. This colour, there we go, that'll do. Something like that. We're going to fix this up with white. Maybe get another bit here. Boom, 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 boom. All these sort of clouds. There we go. And probably get some more coming all the way across here along the bottom. There we go. Give it some movement. Giving it some movement. Some chunky bits at the top. And maybe a bit more scrumbling up here. Okay, see how easy I did that? Now I'm going to wipe that on there and just kind of tap some of that into the sky. All right, I'm going to grab, let's say, another brush, just another filbert actually. I've got titanium white and I've got me putter on a brush. I'm going to blend with that. Because what I want to do, let's say this sky here, not this sky, this cloud, I'm going to go on the top of it. I'm making movements like that as I'm hitting the canvas, coming within the body of the cloud. Where did that white go? All the way over here somewhere like that. It's wearing away. There we go. I'm going to grab this and I want to blend it into that purpley colour if I can. Let's see how we go. Wipe it up to the tops there, pulling it around. I'm getting that round motion, and I might have to later on, and we'll see how we go, come back with some more of the purple to get it very purpley underneath, because I want the shadow underneath, okay? So there we go. Gonna pick up some more white, and pretty much in all this purple now, I'm gonna do that. Just putting it where I want the white. and coming along with the corner of that brush and pulling it into that body of purple that I put on previously. Pull movement in it if you want. This is very dry, so it's different to the way I normally do clouds. Now I'm going to use this same brush because the blender's too dry. This will help get the colours everywhere. I want to distort that a bit. There we go. Just picking up some more, getting some on here, nice and bright. There we go. This was able to blend it. I've now put it on a brush down and blending with this. Now what I want to do is grab some more white and just highlight it a little bit better. So we're going to grab some more white. Let's say a nice big chunk here. Bring it forward. There we go. Soften it down, soften it down. Grab some more white. We're putting stuff in front and behind each other. This is a brush strokey painting, this one. We're not trying to go for realism or smooth airbrush looks. Now I want to get some more white here. Real vibrant. And let's say some maybe here, right in front of that. And we can pull that down. We've done some simple, effective clouds for this art style. Now I've got green ochre, sap green, yellow ochre. I want to grab some of this and mix up a greeny yellow with that one there. See that browny green yellow I've created there? And pretty much all the way along from here to here and then up to there. So I want to grab this and put this in its areas. So I'm just going to pillow it in where I feel I want it. It's quite a big brush, this. I don't know if I needed this much. Get some there. And I'm going to do these trees in layers. So like light, medium and darks of those three colours that I showed you before. Putting some where I feel we're going to need it. All the way along here. Where are we? Plodding along here. Everywhere. There's going to be some buildings in there. It's trees. We got a beach like this in Perth actually called Cottesloe, and it's kind of got this vibe about it. Anyone that's been there would know what I'm on about. So I want to get this right against there. Very loose painting here. So down on the palette we've got the sap green here, which is a bit darker. Just going to pick some of this one up and get the majority of this where I want. So what I'm going to do is probably go in all the gaps of this with this colour and get my top the way I want. So I want it coming downhill. I've got to cover the part of the sky where it's not painted. Coming downhill like that. And just come to all those green bits there. Block it in. And it's going to make up for different formations of trees and shrubs closer, further apart, whatever. There we go. All the way along, like I said. And then we can sink in our buildings. I was going to try and paint around them, but we can sink them in. Now you might want to change the size of your brush. I'm getting a lot of white. See all these little white windows there? I don't want that. So I will use a smaller brush, and I can get the tops of some of these trees the height I want as well, just like that, all the way up. Now I've put a bit too much water in there, as you can see, but I'll paint that out. Look at this, just scrumbling different colours here and there to make up such a vibrant, beautiful painting. Now I'm just going back to the yellow ochre and the green oxide, because I want to get some, like there's some trees here, I want to try and get some of them just soldering up within the painting there, coming there. If anything, I'm doing like that strokes, just like the side of this tree here, coming down, making different tree variants there. And then the same on the other side, coming down, boom. Coming down, boom, down, boom. That'll do, don't overdo it. Okay, I got the Viridian green and some black. Let's pull a bit of black into that Viridian. Oh, not too much, because we just want a very dark green here. And now I just want to kind of crunch in here where I feel I might need some darker greens, with mainly behind all the yellowy bits where the brights are, because the lights and darks are always got to be next to each other to make them work. Now I'm going to have a block of flats there, so I want a bit of darkness there, just going back, and maybe something here just going back. Now I'm going to put these apartments in now, just so as you can see, some of this has got some very gingerly dark bits coming across the bottom here. And where else are we? And we'll highlight this as well. Now down here I've got some white with a flat brush. I want to pull the amount of white that I want, and I want to add a little bit of Burntumber just to make a very tainted browny white colour. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to simply block in our apartment flats, and I've already dried the paint, so this is going to sit right on top. So let's start from one about there. I want one coming up. Where's that dark bit that oh, this brush is not quite flat. See this dark bit here? I want to come up just past this. There we go, boom. So pretty much there. Get some more paint on the brush, that would help. Get that the width I want. Now I'm going to make the top probably just a bit like that, just so it's given the illusion of the shape. There we go. That's how easy it is to do the block in one apartment block, okay? Probably do another one right next to it. I want to go up a bit there, just like that, boom. This is a smaller one. It's got bushes in front of it. This is way back in the distance. We'll come over here and we'll just do one more over this side. So where's that dark bit I put there? Pretty much there. So I want to come up to about there. This can come a bit higher than the sky because this one's closer. And this is going to come like that. Pretty much like that. It's going to have trees in front of it there, and it's mainly that part there, okay? Now let's get the sky, the roof of it that way. So it's going to make sense that way and that way. Because we're going to sink these back with some trees as well. Okay, maybe a bit of air conditioning junk on the roof. There we go. I've dried what's up there. I'm going to grab some more now, and I want a darker value. Not darker value, mix it up. And I want to put the balconies and windows, so to speak, within the buildings. And let's say this one here, we can get this, let's say the roof, something like that. And then we'll get balconies coming like that, something like that. It's a bit fat for my liking, but hey, it is what it is. We'll come there. Now, once again, I want to put a little darker in there again. We can also do the same for this stuff, so I might put, get them flat. beachside apartments these are. I want to get different angles of balconies and stuff like that. Come on, get hard. There we go. I've sort of made them a bit crooked. Now I want to get darker of that paint again. Like I said, we need the darks to set the lights off. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of black and put into that burnt umber there. So it's a very dark burnt umber. Chisel it on my brush. And just in the corner of some of these, just very, leaving that first colour there, but you've got a little bit of dark within there. Just something like that. Maybe a bit of something up the top there. And maybe, I don't know, I'm going to do something like that. We'll get some dark balcony corners there. Right in there. Nice and dark. And then we're going to simply highlight these buildings with some white. That's why I didn't want to use pure white for these. Okay, I've got the white and I want to pretty much get a bit of white, pull them back along that side of the building. Make sure your painting's dry, pulling back there. Just pulling back into it. Highlight that air conditioner box on the roof there, and you can probably get some kind of highlights coming through the guts of that as well. You know, people kind of know what it is. We'll get something shining across the top there, shining across the top there. Some kind of white there, maybe a bit of white beaming down there. There we go. Now we're going to just sink them back with the foliage. So using the sap green, I'll get a little bit of water in that. And we're going to use this to sink back. Bits and bobs within front of the building. See how we do there? There we go. Boom, boom. Because they're up in the hills there. And the same over here. Just to get a variant going there, and probably some in that as well. Cadmium yellow light into that yellow ochre over there. Okay, so we got that and that. Just to highlight bits of those trees. So if anything, I'm coming down and into the middle of the painting. Not too much. Let's just do this over that browny, greeny, khaki colour, so we don't get too mixed up. Dribble it up into there somewhere. Just highlighting that khaki colour. Now grabbing the sap green, we'll go over a lot of the this darker colour green with the sap green, just bringing in shrubs and stuff over some of the light there, up here. Over that bit there we put in front of the buildings, like here. Just to sink them back. And where's this green? All there. Just give it random artistic highlighty strokes here and there. Grabbing just the white to that. See here, the white. Here we go. I want it into this one actually, this khaki colour here. I want to bring all this kind of in front of what's behind it. So these are like a totally different group of trees and shrubs. Just scratching around, there we go. How can I see that? Same over here. Okay, I'll just finish up some of these bigger places here. Not too much, don't get carried away. Now we'll get our beach sand mapped in, okay? And I'm going to use yellow ochre and some white, okay? So I'll just get this way out there to the colour value that I want. Yellow ochre and titanium white, using a flat brush because I can control this. And pretty much I want a thin bit along here, roughly where the water's going to meet the sand out there. Coming a bit bigger, because all here now is pretty much the sand meeting everywhere. Boom. And then this sand, where are we up to there? This sand is going to be different values, lighter and darker values, okay? So out there, got quite a bit of beach sand there. Get some value in it, some tones, by mixing the darker and the lighters together, so it's not just a very cheaply done painting. Now it's going to slowly come darker, so I'm slowly making it darker. I've got some lines here, that's where the water's going to be, and I want this to slowly come darker, okay? Now I can work this sand and go, okay, I want it lighter, darker, darker, lighter, wherever. So I'm just going to work that now. And I can easily pull some more white in if I want it wider right in the guts there. It's normally a good thing to have the middle of your paintings out there white, bright, lighter. Okay, it pulls the eye right into the guts of your painting. A wise man told me that. And if he's watching, he knows who he is. Now, I want to grab some of the permanent alizarin, bring it in bits as I go, mixing it with this value here, and I've got to mix enough, there's not enough there. And where all this there is another wet sand colour coming across here like so. Boom. Getting all that in there. That looks like a skin colour actually. I'll put a little bit of blue in it to give it that purple tinge, and I need a little bit of water just to get it inking and moving along. And I'm going to play with this like I did with that bit just to get it the right value I want, but this is going to make for the wet sand. Now I've added some blue into that mix, just a little bit, just to get that grey, silvery, wet tinge. I'll put a little test mark here, and from this point I want to sort of get some real wet bands just coming across maybe here like so. The paint's wet, I could have dried it, could have, would have, should have dried it. Just something like that. Some other bits dragging from the water. Right across from the water, right across. There we go, nice and straight. There we go, we can get some bands of this here, bands of it there. There we go. And I wouldn't mind, I'll just add a little bit more blue to that mix and just get some of this a bit more pronounced. I can bring the other colour back in because I need some bands there. I don't want it a big blob like that. just getting this edge a bit more charisma in it. It looks a bit effort, didn't put enough effort into there. There we go. Now we'll grab some of that undercolour again and put into there, which was the pinky sand colour. I want a couple of nice little bands, just thin bands. There we go, 1, 2. They just make for better bullshit in your art. That'll do. Now we'll do the next bit of sand here that's wet. Now it's pretty much the same colour. Where's some more white? Can be, I'm going to need a bit more white. Not too much. And we'll put a little bit of the red in there. And it's going to be probably just a tone darker. The slightest bit of blue. There we go, that's a darker value than what's on there. And we've got this kind of all the way out there, right? Breaching all the way here, nice and thin. Keep it in perspective. Come in there. Nice and pointy bit coming out there. Keep it all in perspective. Down a bit and then back up a bit, so it's like that. And then this can be pushed all the way back out to this whitewash out there. Now this whitewash, the underline of it, I went a bit higher, it's going to be pretty much straight, not bringing it down on a bloody big angle. Get all that scrunched in there. I've got some titanium white on a flat brush. That paint's still wet. And from here, I want to come along very gingerly. It's wet, it's mixing up so it's not pure white. Pick up some more. Like that. Okay, I was just interrupted on the phone there, but that's okay. It was my son. He's been promoted to an agent. He's an agent now. Now, I'm getting this kind of along the front here, and I want it kind of just lightly, I'll wipe that off the brush, just lightly scrumbling back into that colour there, okay? Nothing too loud. And we can put a slight shadow under this also. And we've probably got some stuff out here, going to create some darkness as well. Can put the lights and the darknesses together. We've got some white slushing around all over here as well, just very gingerly, not that much. Now we're going to do the water, so I want to, let's grab some blue and green, oh, not green, blue and yellow, because not everyone has turquoise, so I'm just going to mix it for you, okay? Get your turquoise colour that you want, grab some white, put into there, and we'll make it more of a bluey green turquoise. There we go. It's very green, eh? That's too green, I want it blue, so I'm going to have to mix some more blue with that, just simply like this. There we go, and we'll gradually get a turquoise going, the colour that I'm happy with. Simply, all the way out here, this is the water, boom, there. From about there, all the way up to there, boom, to that white area there. Now, I would like to have some of that a lot brighter. So I'm just going to pick up yellow on the brush. Probably get a band of it just through there so it's like oceany water stuff. Not too much. If it's too much, just simply put your turquoise back. How's that looking? To me, that's very Australian. This colour here, I wouldn't mind some of that just in the, where it's meeting the water, just here. I'll show you why in a minute. But let's get some of that right along here. So as when we got our white wash here, it's going to have some dirt mixed with it. There it is there. Down here I've got pure white inside on my little round brush. I want to make bits of disturbance. Let's get some of that off there. Bits of disturbance out here. I'm twisting it. Now, it might need another pass because it's very dirty. I don't want this pure loud white. Just something disturbing out there. Right across the edge where it's over that part of the beach. Just before I put the foreground stuff in front. Now I get a bit more white and I can chomp that up a bit more. And now for the rest of the water, which is quite simple. Grabbing the white, make sure your brush isn't wet because it makes the paint wet. Now this paint's still a little bit wet maybe. We want to get, and if it's gone dry, well, I will be wanting to put some of that dirty colour back into it. Just, where is that colour? Here it is down here. So I'm getting some of that into there, into the dirty white. I'll put some of it there. So I'll get it there first. Into there, dirty white. This is all dirty white. Right along there. Gee, really punishing this brush. I'm going to grab some of that turquoise just to sit back into that dirty white to get rid of some of those feathery light edges sitting in the water there. There we go. Just kind of map that in like that. You just got little bits of tossing out here, and this pure white, once it dries, we can put pure white over this. And we want dark under where it's meeting the sand there, over the water. What I'm going to do now, this dirty white that I'm putting on, I'm going to put this white on, which is going quite dirty, and then I will dry it so as I can get the pure white on there, which is what I need. I want to get that really straight there, and we'll thump that wave in it again, okay? Okay, grabbing the titanium white. Pure white now, nothing mixed with this. I want the top, leave some of that dirty colour in there, the dirty, rotten, snotty colour there in there. I want to come over there. Now in the sand, just get little bits like this, if you can get them there. Just little bits. And that's going to make up for bullshit. Absolute bullshit effect. There we go. Bit of vibrant stuff just on this corner bit right here where it's close. Just something there. Not too much. Now I want to grab me flat brush and grab the dirty white. Let's say the dirty white that had the sand colour in it, but make it a little bit brighter. Where are we? Yeah, that's going to work. And see this building here? Because the sand is wet, we need a bright spot. So I'm going to put that about there. And that building, bullshit stick here, just going to kind of, boom, get the thickness of the building there. Boom. Is that looking good? Yes. This one, where's that dirty paint? Get it straight with there, come down, boom, to the thickness of it. Boom. Boom. Nice and straight lines there. Get it right up to that. Just dirtying some of that paint with the littlest of burnt umber, just so as we can get some kind of, that's not dark enough. I'm going a bit darker. There. Oh, you want it bloody straight. Just got a little bit of the green right there as well. I'm just grabbing the littlest dark, let's say here, very fine. Oh, it's too thick. Break it up, mainly under this thick foamy bit. And then you can have some scooting around all here as well. Just kind of sitting it down. Now I'm just going to grab, I don't know, a dark green. So this green that I mixed with some of the black, I just want to get some of that on the green side. I'm just going to put a lady walking on the beach. Very loosely done as well. So we'll get a pair of, where are we? We'll get a pair of shorts there. Just use what brush is going to work. I'm using a small flat, but the paint can be a lot more inky than what I've got it because it's giving me broken edges, and I don't really want broken edges. Boom. Get a bit of skin colour, which is the yellow ochre and the white. And I want to come around there, there. Just getting the, that leg can go there. This leg can come down. Something like that. Now we'll grab a bit of burnt umber to get some darker values in this, and you're just pretty much putting some darker values within this. So I've got Viridian green and some white just to make up her shirt. She's just wearing a what do you call it? A coloured shirt. There. I'll do a sleeve about there, the back of her neck coming out of her arm there. She's a good cook, this lady. She cooks good meals for her husband. Yeah, she's a good cook. There we go. Now I want to simply just grab some white and make that even brighter. Okay, that Viridian green. Now do I have to dry it? I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to. Wham. A lot of light hitting here. I'll do this first and then I'll dry it just so as I can get a brighter value on there. I will put the green, so we've got the legs there, we got some kind of green there, okay, with the brighter white in it there, some brighter white in it there. I'll quickly get the shadow in here as well. There we go. Back to the skin colour while we're waiting for the other bits to dry. We'll bring this back up to there. It's there like that, somewhere like that. Grab the Burntumber mixed with it. Get some more dark colours there. Coming down. We'll get the slightest of white in there as well. Where's some white? Get some white. And try and get some white just hitting her leg there. Oh, that's very, I'll tone that down a bit. There we go. Grab that black that I mixed for her pants and quickly put that in. It's not quite black, is it? It's changed colour. There we go. I do got to make the shirt a bit brighter. Just trying to make this shirt a bit brighter and a wet sort of look. Bit of an arm there, so we'll put a bit of an arm there. Just the resemblance of an arm. A bit of an arm here. Bit more dark within there, mainly against the body there. And here, bit of dark there. Want that, where's that skin colour again? Want that in the actual reflection there. There. Boom-bitty boom boom boom. A bit of dark roughly here just to implicate the actual part where it meets the ground. Bit of the darker colour for the head. Up here, and a bit of a head. Now we've got no head there, but let's come off the painting. Grab some of the black mixed with dark colour. Get some something like that. Brighter viridian green, and I just want to pop in. There we go. Just like that. And maybe in there as well. That's it. Now just out here, I'm just going to grab some simple red just to finish it off. Lots of little people. Bring some around here as well. Just some about here somewhere. Some blues, find some of the blues, the light blue, the dark blue. Grab some little dots there with them. Some of them can be blue as well. I will grab some black, just some simple black. Give them some heads. I don't know, some kind of a head. And last but not least is the white. Give them some white out there. These are just indicating people on the beach. Bit of red. Just something to replicate. Just grabbing the tainted white with some of the yellow ochre, because out here we can have some of this sand here, a bit more vibrant and light and playful. I'm going to autograph it and then we'll whack a frame on it, okay? So I'll put an autograph down here, nice and fine if I can get it. And I want to thank everybody who supports my content. I want to thank all my patrons that support me with their pledges every month. Much appreciated. You become a patron if you want to see extra perks, behind the scene videos and stuff like that now. Check out the links in the description below. Okay, let's whack a frame on this and see how she looks. Okay. There we go. That is not too shabby. We've got a coastal beach scene with apartments, beautiful simple sky. It's not detailed, but it's going to look fantastic on the wall. And I know you can do it. Well, that was colourful and a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that painting. Different brush strokes, different techniques there. And if you learnt something, be sure to give me the thumbs up and tell your friends if you like what you see. But if I've offended you in any way, you be sure to tell everybody. Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.